Hey guys, welcome back to this SQL tutorial series. In this session, we will work with the merge statement. So the merge statement helps us to perform insert, update and delete in just one statement. This means we no longer require multiple statements to perform insert, update and delete. And for the merge statement, we require two tables, a source table and a target table. So the source table basically contains all the changes which are to be applied to the target table. And the target table is that table upon which we'll be implementing all the changes. Now the merge statement basically joins the target table to the source table using a common column in both the tables. And based on how the rows match up, we can perform insert, delete and update operations on the target table. Now let's have a look at the syntax of the merge statement. So we'll start with the merge keyword and then give the name of the target table and assign it an alias using the as keyword. Then we'll type using and give the name of the source table and also assign it an alias using the as keyword again. After that, we'll type on and then set the join condition. Then we'll type when matched. So if the rows match up based on the join condition, then we'll go ahead and update the target table. After that, we check when not matched by target. So this basically means that if there are some rows which are present in the source table but not in the target table, then we'll go ahead and insert those rows from the source table into the target table. And finally, we check when not matched by source. So here we are checking if there are some rows which are present in the target table but not in the source table, then we'll go ahead and delete those rows from the target table. And for the practical purpose, we'll be using these two tables. So this is our source table with the name employee source, and this is our target table with the name employee target. So using the merge statement, we'll be updating the e-salary and e-age columns in the target table wherever there's a match. Also, insert the records with employee ID 7 and employee ID 8 into the target table from the source table, and delete the records with employee ID 4 and employee ID 5 from the target table because they're not present in the source table. So let's go to SQL Server and work with a merge statement. Right, so we have our two tables right in front of us. This is the employee source table and this is the employee target table. And we also have the merge syntax to apply on these two tables. So we'll type merge and then give the name of the target table, employee target. We'll assign it an alias T. Similarly, we'll give the employee source table and then assign it an alias S. After that, we'll type on and then set the join condition. So the join condition is t.eid is equal to s.eid. So we basically set the join condition on the employee ID columns of the source table and the target table. Then we have when matched. So if there is a match between the rows of these two tables, then we'll go ahead and update the target table. So here in the update statement, we have t.eSalary equals s.eSalary and t.eAge is equal to s.eAge. So if the records match, then I'll be setting the values of the salary column of the target table to be equal to the values of the salary column of the source table. Similarly, I'll also set the values of the age column of the target table to be equal to the values of the age column of the source table. And then we have when not matched by target. So here we are checking if there are some rows which are present in the source table but not in the target table. And if that is the case, we'll go ahead and insert all of those into these columns of the target table. And the values would be coming from the source table. So this employee ID column from the target table would be getting the values from the employee ID column of this source table. Similarly, this employee name column of the target table would be getting its values from the employee name column of this source table. And finally, we'll check when not matched by source. So if there are some rows which are present in the target table but not present in the source table, then we'll just delete all of those rows. So I'll select all of this and I'll click on execute. So we see that 8 rows have been affected. Now let me type the select statement and have a glance at the modified employee target table. Select star from employee target. I'll select this. I'll click on execute. Right, so this is our modified employee target table. So we also have our original employee target table over here. So let me compare these two tables. So we see that initially Sam's salary was $95,000 and his age was 45. And after applying the merge statement, his salary changed to $93,000 and his age changed from 45 to 40. Similarly, Anne's initial salary was $125,000 and after applying the merge statement, her salary changed to $130,000. And then with the merge statement, we have also inserted the records with employee ID 7 and employee ID 8 and deleted these two records from the employee target table. So this is how we can work with the merge statement. Thanks for attending the session. Let's meet in the next class.